Hey everyone, it's Victoria, and I don't know, I get really good thoughts while I'm driving my car. I just pulled over, but I have these thoughts, and I can't just spend time on the computer talking about how I'm feeling. I get these thoughts, I want to be able to say them right away, so car vlogging might be my new thing. Thanks, Banana Blondie, for inspiring me to do that. Anyway, by default, you didn't know you did that. But anyway, you inspired me, and I want to say thanks. Whether you like what I'm going to say or not, it's really what I'm thinking, so you could disagree, you could agree. It won't make me or break me. I'm just going to give you my thoughts, my ideas. What's going on politically now, people are afraid, and they watch a lot of media, and the media has a lot of hype. It's got a lot of hype for trying to bring down our commander-in-chief, Donald Trump. And I think it's very scary how people really are sheeple. They just follow what everybody else is doing, They just have all these protests and things that everybody else, it's like the in thing to do or something. It became like the new fashion statement. And if you don't do it, you sound like you're just not involved, you don't care enough. Which couldn't be further from the truth, because people that are not protesting actually do care. And there are a lot of people that are not saying anything. Look, whether you like him or not, Donald Trump is the president of the United States. He's not a king. He's not a dictator. You can't protest him out of the office. You can't overthrow him. That's what's happening. When people don't like somebody, they're afraid. Actually, when people like somebody, like people like Trump, obviously he made it to presidency. Against all odds, this guy made it. Okay? Oh, well, he got $100 million handed to him when he was a kid. How do you know it was handed to him, first of all? How do you know he didn't have to work for it? You don't know what his father's strategy was. You don't know if he had to get, really good grades in school for... You don't know what he had to do to get it. Besides, there are a lot of people that have $1 million. They're not big. They're not big. They're not as big as Donald Trump. They didn't win like he did. They didn't make themselves a brand like he did over the years. That's not an easy thing to do. Just because you have $1 million doesn't mean that you're going to be famous. Doesn't mean you're going to win something. He did. Donald Trump has an ego. Where's Obama and Hillary? Why aren't they making announcements to all these protesters and stopping it? Maybe they want to look better? That doesn't make them look better. Maybe their ego's huge. And let me say something. Donald Trump has a huge ego. Use it to your advantage. He's on your team. You're American. What's there to complain about? He likes to win, and you have a problem with that? That's a great thing, that he likes to win. And he does win. And he did win against all odds. That guy is president. There's a lot of closet Trump lovers out there. Let me tell you something. Maybe they didn't like Hillary enough. Maybe they hated the whole administration of Obama. But he is president because there are people that voted for him. That's the bottom line. So there are people that write to me privately, like they really respect that I am not fearful of speaking out and saying I like Donald Trump. I happen to like him. Doesn't make me a bad person. I like a lot of things he stands for. People are worried about Planned Parenthood not being paid for by the government. Well, let's talk about that for a minute, right? Planned Parenthood, first of all, he's not taking away abortions, as far as I know, for rape victims and people that are in life-threatening situations. Let's talk about how the government should be paying for abortions. Well, let's take a look at why people are getting abortions. Are they just teenagers? Are they having sex without consent? No, they're consensual, and it's not an education problem. 2017, I'll bet you anything everybody over the age of 10 knows about birth control. Okay? And they should know about it because they teach it in schools, and you can opt out of it as a parent. I don't know why they would, because they'd be a grandparent anytime soon, or the kid can get a disease. So parents, if you're out there, speak up. Now, if the people don't have parents, these teens don't have parents, and their parents are always working and they just don't want to be close to their parents, it's taught in schools. It's all over the internet. There's really no excuse. There's really no excuse these days, all right? So Planned Parenthood They say teachers, people know the answers already. They're just doing it anyway. They want to fit in. I know this because 13, 14, and 15-year-olds are having sex now. I know this because my daughter goes to school and she doesn't resonate with them at all. She's doing other things to make herself happy and liking herself without having to have a sexual encounter, without having a partner. Let's talk about abortion again. Let's go back to that. Now, let's just get this straight. I am in no way judging anybody who has an abortion. I am not that type of person. Live and let live. I'm talking about how, first of all, I used to think it was a woman's choice. You know, big deal. It's her body. Well, first of all, part of that baby is somebody else's. Did you discuss it with that guy? Maybe he wants the kid. Maybe he doesn't believe in killing a fetus. We don't know. Do you know? All right. So, and there's risk involved. But that's another subject. Now, as far as getting, I don't judge anybody, but I can say before I was pregnant with my first child, which was 16 and a half years ago, I thought nothing of abortion. Big deal. It's still it's still small, whatever. After getting pregnant, I felt something, a life inside of me, and my views changed. Your views could change too. You could actually believe in abortion afterwards, or don't believe in it afterwards, after your pregnancies, or whatever enlightens you, whatever you get enlightened by, whatever it is that struck you. Maybe someone said something. Maybe it was a television show or a movie. Maybe you got pregnant. Maybe you had a baby. Maybe you found it difficult to get pregnant, and you would envy anybody who could have a baby, and you can't understand abortion. There's so many factors, so many reasons to believe or not to believe. That's not the point. My point is, why aren't teens or people that are getting the abortions discussing their future more in depth? Why aren't they talking about it more? How are they just getting into a sexual encounter without protection from disease? All right. I mean, that's where I don't think that the government should make things so easy. Maybe now that you're forced to talk about your future, maybe you should take it a little bit more seriously. You know? Like I said, I'm not taking sides. I'm just posing some thoughts here. Maybe you should take it more seriously because it's your future. You know? Is it really, really, truly an educational problem? Is it Planned Parenthood's duty to do it? Is it a service that's great? If someone's making a mistake all the time and all the time and all the time, I mean, you got to wake up and say, why is this happening? Because it's so easy. It's paid for. Why should somebody else work hard for their money and pay for someone else's mistakes? Because the parents aren't around? Well, yeah. Some people have it hard. They don't talk to their parents, or the parents are not good at communicating with them. Find a friend. Find a mentor. Find someone online. There's groups all over the place now for everything. I mean, you got groups for people that just like twisted shoes. I mean, you know, you got a group for everything. You're going to tell me you can't find a group of teens that are having issues? There's so many ways to find out things now. There's internet now. There's Google. There's YouTube. There's so many ways. If you could find prank videos, you could find something that you're really looking for. I think Donald Trump's a good guy. I think he's doing a lot to protect. I get past the temper and all the nonsense. I don't care about that stuff. I see the person for who they are, and I gotta say, people are worried about Melania. They're worried about how she's still married to him. Let her worry about that. That's not your problem. It's not your problem. You're worried that he was a sexual, he degrades women? Really? When Bill Clinton was our president, and during his presidency and during his marriage, was having sex with another woman in his Oval Office, or oral sex, or whatever it is. The point is, you're worried about Donald Trump. Let his wife worry about that stuff. Right now, what you need is a leader. Somebody who's your commander-in-chief that wants to protect you. I've never seen somebody do so much in 1 week. The first week of his presidency, he's doing everything he said he was going to do and more. That's a good thing. Use that to your advantage. Don't make that something bad. Make that something really good. Donald Trump's not even a politician. He's a businessman. This guy knows how to do business. He's organized. He's not a racist because too many people from different countries work for him. Foreigners work for him for so long and they don't leave. I know someone who worked for him. He's completely loyal. Talk about loyal. His family's loyal. I've never seen a family more loyal, backing him up no matter what he says. They back him up no matter what. That's awesome. I read behind the charming, good, polished speeches that other presidents make. I don't fall for that. Never did. You want real. What you see is what you get. There's no surprises with Donald Trump. This guy is telling it like it is. I admire that. I'm like that. People might not like what I'm saying, and that's fine. But hear why somebody is saying what I'm saying. Hear why there's another side to stories. The things that they don't tell you in media today. Look at the videos that are being made of Muslim women crying out. Like real videos, like they're giving you warnings. They've been abused in their countries. Like, why don't you really look at that? You want to be so liberal of everything is just too free. It's too much freedom. You got to have structure. You let everybody in, you don't have structure. There's no order. What's going on in Europe right now, in Paris and in the UK, it's beyond repair. The things that Madonna said on stage were vile and disgusting, and she does not represent me as a woman in America. I'm so lucky to be a woman in America. I have so many options, and if I had money, I'd have power. She has money. She's got power. Her career's gone, done, but she's trying to revamp herself, and here she is saying that Donald Trump it degrades women when she masturbates on stage at her concert 20 years ago. There was no internet, so you didn't see it, but that's what she did. I know people that went to the concert. Maybe you could find it on YouTube. I don't know. Miley Cyrus, same thing. Ashley Judd, clearly bashing men with her poetic justice and her rapping on stage. Yeah, it's sad. She didn't have a man in her life that was healthy. Her father figure was bad. But she should rise above that and see that not all men are bad. When women fake rape, they fake it. How could they dare, you know? They think they were raped in their minds, or they want attention, but honestly, they weren't raped. Rape is bad. That's like gunpoint rape. Not a, date rape where they're teasing the man and then all of a sudden they say no. That's not rape. Don't even confuse the two. It's insulting to everybody. And it's not fair to the people that did get raped. So this got long, but it was a car vlog, and I just wanted to say my thoughts. I've been out there on the internet like a laptop warrior, but I gotta say, these are the thoughts that I'm having because, there are questions out there. People don't know. I've been asked before, what are your feelings about what's going on now? I've been asked privately. I've been asked, I've seen forums for it, and people really want to know, what do you see in Donald Trump? Well, this is what I see. I see someone who wants to protect us. I've never seen anybody want to protect us more, actually. I got to hand it to him. Veterans are getting the attention they deserve. Good job. Good job. When did you see that? Military is getting more enforcement. They're getting higher pay. They deserve higher pay. While you sit back and watch Netflix and binge watch your shows with just sipping your wine, these guys are out there protecting you while you sleep. That's a good thing. You want a strong country. Every nation has been built on their strong countries. Now, you could say a lot about history. Every country's got their history. They've got their wars. War is not pretty. Look, in a world where terrorists exist, I was there at the Boston Marathon when the bombs went off. It exists, okay? It's out there. We need protection. We need it now. We've been too relaxed for too long. Good job, Trump. All right, anyway, take care of yourself, everyone. Bye.